Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to revise a quote after you've sent it to the customer. Now, the scenario I'm using here is where you've already sent a quote to the customer and they've looked at the quote. Maybe you quoted 3 or 4 items and they still want you to bid the job, but they want a slight change made to it. Now, in this case, instead of going and creating a new work ticket or a whole new body of work for it, we really are just revising the quote for this particular job. And so that's the way we're going to address it here. I'm going to start from my dashboard page, go to my quotes list page. We'll select the quote we're looking for, which is our most recent one here on the top. It's going to take me to my review and adjust page. Now, this is something to remember, just write down or jot down, something that we've not introduced in our training videos yet, but over on the right here, if you are in the quotes, jobs, or invoices section, this little chevron that you see here, a little pull down, it's an action bar that stores actions that you can do or execute from any given location within the application. So in this case, I go to my review and adjust tab, I go over here to my right, and you'll see where it says create a revision. I'm going to select that. What it's going to do is make a duplicate of this quote without creating a new work ticket. So we would call this Rev 1. In this case, you see it's the same quote, but it's test quote Rev 1. Now, let's say for the sake of that the customer has called and said, send me the same quote, but I'm going to have someone else do the demo. So you would come up to your job items here or make any changes that you're going to make using the edit functions. In this case, I'll just get rid of this item. And there it is. I've made my adjustment. Now I have 3 job items. My total has been adjusted. As you'll see there. And now I'm going to go back. I want to show you what happens when I create this revision. From here, I could go through the same path. I could email it to the customer, just as I did with my original. But I want you to see the path that this takes after we've done it. When I go to my quotes list now, here's the quote, but see the red pen here. I'll show you what this means. What's displaying here is the most current version of the quote that I created. If I click on the pen, here's my original. So that's where you can see, you can store unlimited numbers of these. So if you are a company that, I know that in my company we have to revise a lot of quotes, and I want to be able to track them within the same body of work. So that's what this does, is that it indexes them for you and also tracks them. So you will remember if you quoted something 4 times, you'll have all 4 versions of those quotes saved within this little folder for each quote. The pen is what separates them all. So in this case, let's say that the customer calls back after I've quoted this a few times and says, we're going to go with your original quote. In that case, I would come to my list page, select the pen here. Here's my original quote. And I would then select this to be the one that gets converted to a job. As you can see, my original quote is here. Okay, that's how you revise a quote. Now, understanding what that is, there's another function that I will show you in the next video that's how to copy a quote. That's a little bit different. Revising a quote is when you are doing just that, revising a particular quote for a specific customer. So it's the same customer, it's just a slight alteration to the body of work that you've quoted. You can also copy quotes, and this comes in handy if you've done a job, like a large job that took a while to quote, and a year later you have a similar job for a different customer and you don't want to start your quote from scratch. I'm going to cover that in the next video, so stick around, come on back, and we're going to show you how to do that in 360. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next video.